Hello, hi there, Adrian here. I'm a life coach and I am a Buddhist practitioner, and it's the Buddhist aspect that I think really has a power to change people's lives. So, what I'm gonna do is just take one emotion that people might be experiencing, lethargy, apathy. Take that experience, and I'm gonna transform it into the positive experience of that, and just look actually at what that experience is, so that we can understand more how we work as humans. And essentially, that really is the key, I think. In ancient Greece, it said "gnauti soton," which is "know thyself," on the gateway to the oracle at Delphi, was the exhortation. And one of the subheadings, apparently, under this invitation to know oneself, one's real being, was the letter E, simply. And that letter E simply means be, as in the accusative case, I suppose it would be, of the verb to be. So it just means be, almost exclamation mark, possibly. And this to be, really, and being is just a key part of any of our well-being. So in terms of any mental state that we find ourselves in, and this is extremely good for any experience of anxiety or depression, is the developing the experience to just be. So within the Buddhist explanation of this, which is profound to say the very least, I think that's very fair to say that, the experience could be said as in meditation, you can, through mindfulness, for example, you can see in a detached and beautiful way the interrelation of thought and feeling. And by practicing mindfulness, you can start to realize that that essence of just being, which mindfulness really facilitates, it's an ability which we can develop. Much like learning a language or anything else, it really is something we can develop and we learn, and it's not something we're always taught. But by developing mindfulness, we can watch with just a gentle persistence thought and feeling as they come and go. And in doing so, we can start to detach from them. And this instantly takes the anxiety or depression element out of, particularly works well for anxiety, out of these experiences, because we're not identifying with that brief experience. We're not identifying it, and we can learn to see that actually two key experience fields for humans are thought and feeling. They just happen. The Buddhist explanation is life-changing on this, because it makes it clear to us that thought and feeling just happen. They're an ongoing universal impulse, and it's not possible to block them or switch them off. Much better to develop mindfulness and just watch them. And in that watching of thought and feeling, we begin, and actually it can be instant, we stop identifying. We realize that we are not those thoughts or those feelings, and therefore we can let them pass. So if you experience apathy or lethargy, what that really is an exhortation, just like it said above the oracle at Delphi, to know thyself. And the way to do that, an amazing, very powerful way to do that, which I really think is just, well, it needs nothing more than just doing this, is just to become aware of mindfulness, of the ability to do it, and to just become aware of this presence. And you can do that through just becoming aware of the being that you have, which is not thought and feeling, and you can just watch thought and feeling and the interplay of these, because actually all lethargy and apathy are a non-detached involvement with thoughts and feelings that aren't really doing anything. And you know what? Much better than apathy or lethargy, just be. It's intrinsically enjoyable. It's a beautiful state of being. So just be, as it said at the Delphi, at Oracle, at the Delphi, just be. And in that being is the most beautiful experience. And anybody that suffers from anxiety or depression, these are amazing exercises, they really are. And you will then see that apathy, lethargy, through just the experience of mindfulness, can become something quite beautiful, which is equanimity. And it's just watching, but not being identified with those thoughts and feelings that are happening, and you'll instantly have transformed that experience into something great. So thanks ever so much, and I hope you really practice that and enjoy it. Take care.